Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of. So we're gonna go new game. Going to go to Star System. We're gonna customize, and we're gonna go creative. Actually, no, we're gonna go to survival. Total PCU disabled. In-game scripts. Progression off. Enable weather. Okay. Okay, welding speed. I'm just gonna start because we're not gonna have any mods. And the reason for that is because we want to add the modded stuff later on the ship itself, because I don't want to go and add the mods myself, because I don't really know which mods are on here and which mods are not. So we're using 5x5 wheels. We do have the water mod, but that should be fine. The reason why I'm doing mainly vanilla is because it's easier that way. And I want to be able to build it vanilla blocks only, but add the important stuff later. So basically the design, what we're going to do is we're going to go options, controls, and we'll go controller. Okay. Maybe it's just like that. So we'll do Earth-like drop pod. Go to Bluetooth just to make sure this controller is connected. Okay, DualShock wireless controller is connected. Like it's still not working. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to exit the main menu, save before quitting, yes. So what we're going to do is the saving will make it necessary so we don't have to reset the world or restart the world. Okay, then we want to exit the window Now we want to open Steam. Now we want to go to this and stop. Controller. So there we go. Now it's working. Now we want to click play. Okay. Now what this will do, we'll make it where this should enable the controller layout. It will set it up for the controller I'm using, which is a PlayStation 5. It is not my PlayStation 5. This is my dad's. See if it works in-game. Now we have an Xbox controller for the alternative, but it should work since it is on PlayStation now. Guys, bear with me. I am trying to do this as good as possible. I'm trying to work around no mouse, no nothing. I know we can play Planet Crafter, but kind of want to play another game besides that because, well, I have it. I have other games. Like, and yes, Satisfactory now has controller support, but only in the experimental mode, which means mods cannot be enabled until official release. Might not be the best, but okay. Looks like we're gonna need to use the Xbox controller. Now what you do is you just do the same thing as a PlayStation controller, but press the button with the three curvy lines, and it will allow you. Okay. Xbox wireless controller. Now it should connect. Done. Go back here. There we go. Now, as you can see, the layout is a bit different. Might be wondering, why is it different? Well, that's because I'm on an Xbox controller. So now, I believe, find the admin. This is it. So, this is actually a perfect place for the spawn. It's nice and flat. And now, we need. This is a build planner. I'm trying to learn how to do it again. There we go. So now we have all these tools. Now we're going to be using light armor for it, and the 5x5 wheels, which is okay. So first off, we're gonna need a landing gear because it just works better. Do we select confirm? Kind of easier. Now we can do that. Then we need to press this block. Because we're using 5x5 wheels. Right? So they're going to be massive. Can't believe I just said that. So what we're going to do is we're going to press escape options, game, go back, line, okay, back, because we're going to need to use some of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it pretty big, because this is like a huge rover.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
So for this huge rover, we want a lot of room. So, because we're going to have a refinery, we're going to have a assembler, we're going to have a bunch of stuff. I believe that should be good. It should be longer. Right there. Now we need a way up, which we can figure out there. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to come over here, and I want to come to the middle of this. I want to make sure we actually have a middle. So right here is about the middle. If we look at this, we want it, so right here is the middle. So like right there, I'm going to do that. So right there is the middle. So I think this will be the front. No. This will be the front. Let's see here. But kind of like a round shape. Kind of want a hexagon shape. Kind of annoying with this. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to do this again. We have to do this every time. But the reason why I know these controls is because I've done this before. Or button twice. Like, I've done this before. So I know what I'm doing. Do we want to go out one more? What I mean by that is, like, do we want to go out like this? I'll pull up chat here in a second. No. We need to turn off that, because that will be very annoying, and there's a reason why people turn it off. So now that, then we go this. You quick trigger, it will. I like the round shape of this. I like the round shape of this. So, like, this would be the wall. So we do that. Then we find a way to do this. Which means we're probably going to need one of these. I like designing using. So I believe I did one of these before, like this. That's like for a top. So like that, but no, that won't work.
Fuel critical.
Like, it's really hard finding a shape that will work with it. Because you need to go with like the exact shape. Like, it's really tricky at times because not all of them work. Like, that doesn't work. None of these will work. No, that's too far out. I mean, we can try this one. Yeah, no, none of these will work. This is our last one. I believe there should be a better one than that. I think maybe it is this one. Just better oriented. Because you need to find the perfect shape for this. Like, it's not that easy. Because, I mean, you can do things like this, but you do don't work out. Like, you have to play around with the design. Like, a lot. Like, only a few of them will fit. Need to orient it this way. Yeah, no, this one won't work. Sometimes it's easy as just finding, and then we'll go like this. Sometimes it's that easy. Like, finding ones that will work aren't that easy.
Fuel critical.
Like, it could be as easy as... Like, this is the one it's thinking of. Huh. It's really hard thinking. Because you need it perfect. Unless it's literally as easy as this, then this. Oh wait, it is as easy as that. Because I am pretty sure there should be some windows, which I do want to use for the cockpit, that are like, I want to use this for the cockpit. I'm pretty sure there is a bigger window. Ooh, this is the biggest. Okay, bye. Like that. That's what I want. Right there. Then we will simply do that. Like, I love designing ships. Like, I need to design ships like this in the creative mode. So then I actually have some thinking time to do some design out. Like, this is what I want. This is where I want it. Like, and we can simply do that like this. With that. And we have like a window there. We have a window there. Now I'm thinking like putting the axis. If we go over to the wheels, and we go by the 5x5. Right here. here, I think, or right here. I don't know. So this is the 5x5. So this one is my right. So I'm gonna switch this up. So it's 3 big. I want to place that
Fuel
there.
critical.
Now you might be wondering why is it like this? Because it is supposed to be that. So now this is like how big the 5x5 wheels are going to be. I like that. I like that. Now need the right 5x5 wheel. So now that is like that. We want 2 more here. So we're going to go like here. And go all the way up. Right there. Same as this one. And go all the way up to right there. Because now we want to see, this one is our left. So I want to do that. That's far enough. Yeah, that's far enough. So now what we want to do, we want to go back to our 5x5 wheel. And we want to go over here to our block. Now we want to connect it off to where I want it. Okay, right there. So we want to go to our right. Like so. Like so. So now that's like the first wheel. Now we want the second wheel to go right here. So now we're going to go to right here. Like that. To our left. Right there. So we can design like we want the cockpit. We want this type of cockpit. So now down that type of cockpit. Now the problem is with this type of thing. The scenario we're in, we cannot use batteries. We have to use hydrogen. So I think like in the middle. So maybe right here. 2 from the edge. There. There. Those are like hydrogen engines. Like 4 maybe. Then we go over to our conveyor. So now we go like this. Like that, like this. That, like this. Now right here will be like our main storage part one. There. So now we have like our solar, but now we need the O2
Fuel
generator.
critical.
So what we'll do is we'll have 3 of those there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The reason why for 7 is because one of them will be used for extra, of course. So what I want to do is I want to like make a connection, like a support for these, because I want a connection point for all of these. I want to make this as realistic as possible. Like, that is now connected to, like, the ground. Now, like, we have, like, the wall right here. Now, I don't know if I want to get rid of that. And we do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So, like, this is what the back end will look like. Like, these are all the power. We need a startup point, right? But the problem is we cannot use batteries. So what are we going to use for start? So this is like the power source over here. The power source. Now, like, we need like a assembler. We already have an assembler on our base here. So, like, we need an assembler. What I think is we'll have the assembler separate from the whole thing, and like the refinery, because we also need a refinery. We do have a modded refinery though. So what I think is we want to put this like on the side, and for that is because we want to place down our modules. So like a module and like a refinery there. Like, I think that looks cool. Then the assembler will go on like right here. Oh, hold on. I need to do the like that, because we need to make sure it is like that. Like, I am trying to make this as realistic or as functional as possible. So now that is connected, like right there, and possibly we could deconstruct that. We can find our cargo container. Of course, we also have a modded cargo container. And what we can do is we can do that, like the big one. Grab our storage output. And we can do that. Like that. So now we have storage right there. So that is a refining, power, and assembly and storage. And this is like the main thing. And what I want to do is I want to make this as realistic as possible. Like, believe there is a block in here that I can use. Where is it? I need to find it, and the imagery will be better for this. I'm pretty sure it is this one, because I believe this one
Fuel critical.
looks better for like the refinery. Because I want to make it look as realistic as possible. Wait, hold on. This is on the outside, which means we have this backwards again. This needs to be right here. This needs to go. Wait, which way is it going? Yeah, up like that. So what we need to do is we need to go back to our refinery. But now we need to do that. So we need to do that. Then that goes like that, right? Or is that too far? That's too far. Right there. Then we'll have our assembler connected like that. Then we'll have our output right there. Then we can do this. I knew it looked wrong. What I like to do to add function. The problem is these two blocks will be covering up like the ports for the assembler themselves. So what we want to do is we want to get rid of those, because those are ports for the assembler themselves. And if we really wanted to, we could hook it up here. So then we have another port we can use. So this is like the storage output. Like, what I want to do is I kinda want to get rid of those for one reason only. And I kinda want to show these ports like this through Windows. So I think I am going to do that. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I think it will look cool. Boom. That's all we needed to do, really. Because now we can have a window, big window, right here, right there. Then that looks like that. I think I like that. I like that, really, actually. Then we do 2 blocks here. Then we make our wall right there. Like, so now this is like the design right here. This is the design right here. So we have the storage, we have the refining, and the 2 refineries and the 2 assemblers are unnecessary. We only need 1, but for cemetery, I like it. I like how it's looking through the window where you can see it through the window. Like, I like that because I like the industrial look of the refinery. And we have the storage. Of course, we're going to switch out some of these locks in the save itself, but the power is settled. Okay, I wonder, can I connect this one? Nope. Okay, we need another controller. This one is dead. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Now, I believe we should have a charging port. For the controllers. Yeah. Are they charging? Or are those for the... Oh, wait. We technically don't need that. Hold on, guys. I'm being stupid. We can just do this. Okay, now we need to set it up again. Controls. There we go. X. There we go. Now it is connected like that. Simple as that. So now we have the wheels in the main part. Now you might be wondering, I want to add a bit of aesthetic to this. Like that. To right there. To see why. Then yeah. Okay. So now the reason why I am doing this is because I like aesthetic. I like the looks of box. Like, I love designing things. Like, I can spend hours on designing this and not get bored of it. Okay, this one goes here. That. really only know these controls because I played Space Engineers first on Xbox, then PlayStation, then computer. Not the other way around. Like that. So I like this aesthetic look, like you're looking out on the island itself. And usually you're not in first person. So I believe I kind of want to do hangar doors. What I mean by hangar doors is like we do this. Like this is as long as a hangar door. Like I want to do it like about right here to right there. Three hangar doors like this. That looks cool. Then do the same thing. That. That. So we have like the hangar door. Kinda want to add another one like right here, because that's like the perfect size for it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So hangar doors. Do you want to do these? This. I almost want to do it in the middle here like that, and just place 4 of those there, like just for the fun of it. Like that. But what I think I'm gonna do is, because see how that has like a big gap on it, I am going to do this. You might be wondering, why that? Okay, no, this one cannot be done. This one cannot. Okay, what I'm thinking is we move this forward. For one reason in particular is because we can go ahead and do it on this one. Like this. Like that. And we can do it on here as well. Like so. I believe that is airtight too. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of that. Do this. Get rid of these. We'll place these down. I love working around challenges, like challenge with that, because it had like a big gap onto it. But now we have windows. Now what I think I'm going to do with these two is change them from inverted to the regular one, because that one makes it clear on the outside. Instead of clear on the inside. So now it looks clearer on the outside instead of this dark one. So now we can see like that nicely. Now what I think I want to do, oh gosh, lag, is I want to add a bit of an aesthetic to this. Like that. Now the reason is, when I was looking in here, I could see like the background. I don't like seeing the background on that. I don't like seeing the background. So, what I like to do is I like to hide it. So we'll possibly do that. So now if we look in here now, you can work on there and you cannot see Mason, but I think that's unnecessary. So what we'll do is we'll just do that. Like, that adds the unnecessary blocks to it. And so the reason why I am not hooking this up is because one of the mods we have is called the water mod. And the water mod adds water, hence the name. And the one thing you can do with the water mod, which adds a function to the collector, which if you don't know what the collector is, it's this. Now, in base game, it's absolutely useless. They're like, it can be used for design, and that's it. Like, it has a function, but it's pointless, like useless. There's no point. So this allows it to basically what's the word? Okay, I'm gonna add some support there. Basically makes it where you can collect ice if the collector is in water, and that makes it where this system right here has infinite water. So as long as you're in the water, you have basically infinite power. And the reason why I have 7 is because I have 6 designated for the hydrogen, and one of them will be for bottles, auto refill. So what we'll do is we'll auto refill, turn those off. I don't know. So anyways, one of them is for hydrogen for the player itself, and the other 6 are for power. And the reason why is because if you don't have at least an equal amount of O2 gens to counter the usage of the hydrogen that is being used by this hydrogen engines, you won't be able to produce hydrogen fast enough to keep up with the consumption of the hydrogen that's being consumed. That's why it's good to have the same amount of O2 generators for the amount of hydrogen you have. Wait, I added 4. I need to add 2 more. So there is a reason why, and I'm literally designating. So now I want to add one for the engineer himself. Now the problem is I'm out of room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right here. Then I'm going to place a conveyor right there. So now there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hydrogen engines. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hydrogen engines. Now the reason why I'm not hooking up the cargo to the ice is because the speed of the ice being produced from the water in the water mod is so fast that it's hard to refill your bottles because you have to take the ice out of the O2. And it will put ice back in it if you're not fast enough. Because ice is heavy. And a lot of ice is very heavy. So we have power, we have storage, we have crafting and refining more than we need, but sometimes that's better. So this is like, I wanted to make sure it's big enough so it can hold all of this. Like, this is designated for power, refining, and assembling, plus the storage itself. Plus, this is not the modded one, so this has little storage, which means if we had to, we might have to add more of these. But I don't want to do that. But as you can see, we have this. Like, this is... I'm just shocked that I got this to work. So now, it comes to the design. So, the design will be pretty simple. Now, see how this one is a bit off? So that is a... I believe we can simply solve this by doing that. Don't know about this one though. Because we need to go here. I know this one can go like that. I'm pretty sure that means we can do that. But that means this one is inaccessible. So now we need to find another one that works with that. Unless we have another one, but I don't think we do. I don't think we have a choice here. So which means we're going to have to delete those two. Delete. And find another one. Because of the inconvenience. Like, this is the problem I am always going to come across. I think this one was fine. Just need to figure out how to do it now.
Fuel critical.
No way, this one is the other one. This one isn't fine. Oh wait, maybe it is. No. Guys, bear with me. Because we have to worry about this all the time. So, let's see, what about these ones? Like, I've made a literal... What we have to do is we need to do this. Sometimes, the easiest way is to do that and go with it. Like, sometimes you have to go with the flow. Like, this is how you usually should do it. Like that is usually how it goes. Then we have that piece that goes there. Like that. Like, it's that easy. Because now we can simply go back to this, go like that, go like that, go like that, and we go back to this. Like, sometimes you have to change your design, and that is okay. Like, nothing can stay perfect. like, I always have to change the design. Like, especially with things like this. Like, crap. Designs like this will not always go according to plan, which means you'll have to change it up. And that also means you'll have to experiment. Like so. And now that is as simple as that. I'm pretty sure we can just do this. Connect that one there. I believe we can do a little bit of maneuvering. Okay, now we should be able to just bring this over here. Like so. Like, we have to experiment with this. Like, we have to test it. There's all kinds of stuff that could go wrong. Like, it's not all sweet jelly. Like, there's a lot that could go wrong. I think that might be the one that I need. Nope. This one. Nope, I think it might be this one. Yeah, it's that one. So, experimenting is always available. Like, now, what we do with this one? I'm going to do this, because that will make it look nicer. Now, as you can see, we have this entire layout set. Now we have, as you can see, it is set like that. Okay, now I'm wondering, do we do it again on this side? Like this? Because eventually, you do want to stop. Maybe one more time. Right here will be good. Because eventually you do want to stop. Because it could lead to a lot of difficulty. Like, it will be not perfect anymore. Yeah, like this one, I stopped at the perfect time. Because now where we should be able to do that, which means we can do this all the way over.
Fuel critical.
It's always nice to have room to grow. It's always room to grow. Okay, and then we want to do this one. Then we want to place in all the blocks like this. Then do that. I like this shape actually. Okay. Now, what we do now is we just close it off. Like so. We also have build vision. Now, I don't know if build vision will work with controller. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come inside because there is no power. Actually, we can actually fix that easily because we're going to add power real quickly. So I don't want to add like hinges, especially on a mobile thing, unless it's like for a trailer. So now this is fully built, which means it's fully, the interior can be done later. Like, we can always expand. Like, we can add a trailer if we really want to. Like, this actually looks really cool. Not to lie. Okay, so what I mean, like, I'm gonna add a power, is we're gonna add some solar panels. Because we're gonna need the power. Which means we're gonna need solar power. And I believe this is perfectly centered. So like, so now, like, when we, okay, so what we'll do is we'll go, there we go. Now, if we go to the rotation of day, switch the day up. Okay. So now, we do need a button to actually set it up. Because do we want a sensor? Maybe later. I don't want to do that right now. Oh crap.
Fuel critical.
So now, I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna set up a pedestal on each side. Oh wait, no. Okay, so what we want to do is we're gonna do enable mirroring. But what I want to do is I want to do a button panel right there. And right there. Now what I want to do is I want to go here. read. Okay, I need to get a control panel in there so I can actually open the terminal. Okay, so we need to go air, light. Now we need doors, save. Now we want to do something. So we want to open 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait. 2, no. 2 to 3. 1, 2. Open. So the 1, 2, 3 is the one. So this one. So we need to So 1, 2. Will be group sensor door. Save. So then we want to do 10 to 12, which is second sensor door. Save. Okay, and then 4 through 6 is third sensor doors. Save. And then 7 through 9 is fourth sensor doors. Save. Okay, now we want to do all of these.
Fuel critical.
On the backspace. Now what we want to do is we want to go first. Save. Now we want to delete that one. Okay, we want to close after we go in. So now we have all this. Like, this is perfectly built. Now, taking a blueprint will also work. Button panel. Button panel. Now we want a main button panel. So what we want to do is we want to have 2 there and 2 here. Now we want to find out, so first one, so the second one, okay, so the first and 2 are on this side. So if we go over here, now we go to groups, first, open, close, and this one is open, close. Then fourth, third and fourth, open, close, fourth, open, close. Now, this one and that one should open. This one and that one should open. Which is nice. We're going to have these open for one reason, and that's because if it's nighttime, we want to make sure that's on. Now, this one will have first, gonna open, close. Actually, no. I'm gonna actually do something. We're actually gonna do door. We're gonna actually switch this to open, close. Now the reason why is because this will make it where we can open all of them at once. So if we don't want to press 2 buttons, we don't have to. Now, press that, and those 2 open it. Then we should be able to do that. My worst mistake ever. Okay, so I believe it is Control B, Control A. Alright. Where is it? My worst mistake ever, where is it? What is it? Create a blueprint. My worst mistake ever. Okay. What we want to do is we want to oh crap.
Fuel critical.
Never use that.
Fuel
Okay.
critical.
We want to create blueprint. So now this is my ship. So we have these. Now I'm going to use build vision for the wheels because it will be easier to tell which ones are which. But now this thing is finished. And we literally built this ourselves. Like, now I like it when I am building things creative, because one, no cost. Two, it's easier to design it with some materials and slap on a projector and build it exactly like building from scratch and not seeing how it looks on it fully built in first really is good. So as you can see, these are off, which there is a reason for that. So I'm going to place a, I'm gonna wait for that, but anyways, as you can see, we have pretty much finished this. We have emergency power, which is for daytime only, but shouldn't be a problem once we get ice. And yeah, but problem is, on the planet we're on right now, I believe the wind turbines are broken. So if we place down like an assembler, we go here. Okay, so it's just on it. So, we have this done. We have the 5x5 wheels. Now let's test run it. So what I am going to do I'm actually going to come on here and find the center. So hold on. What we can do with that is we can come over here to this. Go over to here and go to center of mass. Right? Hold on. Okay, so what I need to look at is where is the center. I feel like it is this one right here. So what I want to do is I want to place a projector for one reason and one reason only. Is we want to project. Hold on. I want to do this. Create a blueprint. There we go.
Fuel critical.
Now we want to find projector, blueprints. My worst mistake. Need to find the newest one. One. Keep projection. Now, the reason why we want to do this is because we will be able to see where it is. So it needs to flip around. Now, the reason why I want to do this is we want to go projector, please. Cancel horizontal. We need to find we need to find where the solar panels are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So then I can just do this. I did not work. Projector. Okay, I'm going to place this down real quick to find out why this is not working. Okay, we want to set this to 0. It's okay. I need to find out. Okay, so the pitch is not right. Projector, please. Now we want this pitch to be 0. Roll. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, that is good. Okay, we want to... Yes, so we can go over here. Projector, please. Because we want to make it forward offset. Make this right there. Horizontal offset. Okay, we need to do that to see where it is. Okay. Okay, so now we need to do vertical. Then we need forward offset. Okay, so we need to go forward, backwards one. So we need to go projector. We go forward offset. We go
Fuel critical.
11. 11, please. See where that is. So if we okay, let me okay, where did it go? So right here is exactly right. It just needs to go backward. It needs to go forward 1. So I'm going to go over here and then go forward 12. Exact. Great. So 12. Alright, so how we can test this is if we delete that block, and look at there, we have it. Okay. Now, you can just do that. Now, if we do this again, and we go create blueprint, then we come over here to worst mistake ever. Grab this, we plop it down, and we do the same thing. It should work. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Because that's what I wanted to do. Okay, what is this block? Enormous slope, so we need this. So that's what I want to do. Because now, look at there. We have that. I can't use any of my abilities. But let's see. Anyways, so the reason why I wanted to double check that is because this will make it where we can have a blueprint. So what this does is it makes it where we can't, if we take any damage, that the projection of the ship will fix itself. So. Okay, so we need to go wheels. We power. Yung.
Fuel critical. Fuel critical.
What are we stuck on? We're just out of power. So what we'll do is we'll go shift. So what we'll do is we'll go shift F10. What we'll do is it'll allow us to get a bunch of ice. The amount. Now, should be able to transfer this into that. This will do is it will have a ton of storage. Until we can't put any more in, that's how I'm gonna go. What's the problem is I think we're out of power. So I want to shoot not out of power. Otherwise, this is 100,000 ice we're putting in. Okay. Okay.
Fuel
What we're gonna
critical.
do is we're gonna cut grid, yes. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here, paste grid. Oh wait, we had parking. Good thing is this thing can dry. And knock down trees. Every time it freezes, I'm thinking it's calculating how much damage I just taken. So the area we're in is very mountainy, so I want to test how good of a climber this is. Why not? A perfect place to test it is here. That was pretty good. Lost speed, but still pretty good. It climbed that mountain, that small hill, pretty good. Now the next test. Can we climb these mountains? Honestly, should put a gyro on this. We haven't upped the friction on these wheels yet. Means we still can do that. Okay, the first mountain down. Yeah, that was decent. 10 meters a second. Kaboom. Here's the main test. Can I go up a mountain? Okay. No, it cannot. But that is why we have this. Go now. Oh, hey. You aren't all maxed out. Okay, I need to go.
Fuel critical.
This. What? Wait. Did we take any damage?
Fuel critical.
Did we? How we can check is if we go to the projector. One armor block. Oh, this one is on. There we go. Can't believe it's this mountain we need. If this can't go up a mountain, because I believe this is the size of the mountain we crash landed on, check out episode 1 of Lost in the Void. If we can't get up here, we didn't even up the friction. My bad. Go to here. Okay, so it doesn't seem like that is enough. And we'll turn up the friction. That much. it up all the way to 100. So we can go over small mountains. driving along. So a full charge with 1,000 ice. I want to see how far it can take us. And how long it will take. I see a few places we can go that will be less bumpy, but I want to see. Oh, good. What's this? Seeing the trees breaking. Okay, here's our first official mountain. I think we were just stuck. I don't think I can fit through that. Whoa. mountain, where do we have to go? Can't lose the progress. Can't lose the progress. Alright, screw it. Let's go all the way back. See something really fun called launching yourself. Because this is what happens when you make me angry. I push you to the limit. Oh, and the limit is awesome. Sometimes it takes speed to get to. Give up this impossible now. You made me do this. Friction. Go on. I will. Increase the friction up to that. And we'll get to this signal. It's the last thing we'll do.
Fuel critical.
If it seriously takes a hydrogen thruster, that with a conveyor, that, then so be it.
Fuel critical.
That what it takes. Be successful. And so come on.
Fuel critical.
Alright. If it takes one large one, then so be it.
Fuel critical.
And if it has to be where we have to combine these and then go shift 10, find ourselves the ice and spawn in a ton. So be it. Anyways, that is the design of the ship, which is nice, which is very nice. Abort game, abort game, abort game, abort game, alt tab. Close that. Let's open No Man's Sky. Actually, yeah.
I have to find the enemies hidden in...
Hello, 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 hello.
That you really are. Bastard, so let's.
This girl can never go to sleep because of her boyfriend, and to change that, she came up with something he would never expect it. This girl can never go to sleep because of her boyfriend, and to change that, she came up with something he would never expect it. This girl can never go to sleep because of her boyfriend, and to change that, she came up with something he would never expect it.
Chocolate comes from cocoa, which is cream, which makes it a plant. So chocolate is basically a salad. Chocolate comes from cocoa.
My commander, massive zombies are coming. You have so many blocks. Calm down. Try our best to destroy these blocks. We must stop these zombies attacks. You know what? In great action, we are commanders.
I've got the shoes, I've got the dress that makes me a
Fucking pretty princess.
I've got the shoes, I've got the dress that makes me a
Fucking pretty princess.
Alright, let's go get the. Remember, one of the biggest scams. He was out. Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Bing, bop.
This is your Venom mask if you scroll away. This is your Venom mask if you like the video. This is your Venom mask if you send this to your friends. This is your Venom mask if you do everything. This is your...
So, this patient of mine.
Hey there, big guy.
Dina Blood Twins will be the most popular.
It's your kid's party. What's their name?
I don't know.
You don't know their name?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Favorite color?
I don't know.
Favorite song?
I don't know.
Are you the
I
father?
don't know. I remember. I remember. I remember. I remember.
Do you remember the robberies? It's your kid's.
How come every time I need to take a poo in the bathroom, you out of the blue need to use the bathroom? Just use the guest room bathroom. That's why we got two bathrooms. Just use the guest room bathroom. How come if
My magic will.
I wonder. We open the mod loader. Is there a controller support? So what I want to do is I want to go. No. You might be wondering why am I not playing No Man's Sky or Satisfactory? Because it's controller support. Yes and no. It is controller support in 1.1. Nothing else. Okay. Maybe. Maybe it will work now.
Bro, get your thing back. Oh my god, bro. He did not know how to.
My dad cheated on my mom today and kicked him out the house.
Don't litter, please. Oh, yeah? You're gonna stop me. Alright, so what had happened was I actually meant to pick this up and don't litter. This story,
Oh. It's real easy.
Hub upgrade 6. Landing platform hydraulics completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners